I never thought life would force me to look for a nanny. My wife died during childbirth, leaving me with two twin boys. I loved her more than anything, and her loss left a huge void in my heart. The first months after her death were terrible. I was barely holding on, trying to be a father and cope with the grief. Eventually, I realized I needed help. That's when Kess came into our lives. She was a quiet, modest girl who came to the interview in a worn sweater and sad eyes. I noticed the scars on her wrists, but didn't ask any questions. Her resume said she had childcare experience. I trusted her. She lived with us, sleeping in a small room next to the nursery. She was silent, but caring. My children loved her from the first moment. I saw how she bloomed with them. She read them stories, sang lullabies, took them for walks. I saw her laugh when one of the boys tried to do her hair. Those were the moments when I felt warmth again for the first time in a long while. One night I woke up to crying. It wasn't my sons. It was Kess. I found her in the kitchen, sitting on the floor and quietly sobbing. I sat next to her and hugged her. She flinched at first, but then leaned into me and whispered, "I'm so sorry. Sometimes the pain just overwhelms me." We didn't talk much that night, but something shifted. From that moment, a bond formed between us. Months passed. We lived like a family. Not a perfect one, but a real one. She never tried to take my wife's place, but her love for my children was genuine. One day my son called her Mama Kess. She cried. I hugged her and said, "You're part of our family, if you want to be." I started to feel something more for her, but I was scared. Was I betraying my wife's memory? Was I taking advantage of Kess's vulnerability? I kept everything to myself. Until one evening she came to me and said, "I'm leaving." My heart dropped. "Why?" I asked. She said, "Because I've fallen in love with you, and I can't stay if you don't feel the same." I didn't let her go. I pulled her close and kissed her. It was our first kiss. She trembled, and I whispered, "I was afraid of losing you. You are my home." A year passed. We are together. She officially adopted my boys. They call her Mom. Every day she lights a candle for my late wife and teaches the children to remember her. We have a daughter now. Sometimes I think how lucky I am. I lost a part of myself but found a new life. Kess saved us, and I will never stop being grateful to her. When I first told this story, many said she planned it all from the beginning. But I was there with her for 3 years. I saw her cry at night when she thought no one noticed. I saw her stay when she could have left. I saw her pour her soul into children who weren't hers. She wasn't looking for gain. She was looking for love, and I think we both found it. My girlfriend got a tattoo on her face without consulting anyone. Honestly, I'm just in shock. I've just realized that my girlfriend, Kim, has really lost it. She took a few days off this week under the pretense of being sick and avoided seeing anyone. She said she wasn't feeling well and just wanted to be alone at home. In the 6 years we've been together, she has never given me a reason to think she'd lie about something like that. No one in her family was worried. She's always been calm and reliable, the kind of person you'd never expect any crazy behavior from. And she got a tattoo on her face. She took 3 sick days to recover after getting a tattoo on her face. She didn't tell anyone in advance. In all the time we've been together, Kim never talked about tattoos with me, never showed any interest in them, and I wasn't even the first to find out. Her sister dropped by because she got worried after Kim canceled a meeting on the 3rd sick day. And that's when she saw it. Kim hadn't told anyone because she didn't want to be talked out of it. And then she hid the result because the swelling and redness would have made us react negatively and fail to understand the artistic meaning. Kim is an American of Asian descent. She had Japanese characters tattooed across her forehead and under her eye. I don't know what they mean, and honestly, I'm not sure I want to know. Her parents are Japanese immigrants. According to her sister, who kindly told me all this mess, it's considered extremely shameful by Japanese standards. In Japan, tattoos are associated with crime and seen as disgraceful. Her parents are shocked. That's a whole separate level of drama I don't even know how to get involved in. Kim talked to me about it last night and got upset because I told her she'd lost her mind. She works face-to-face with clients in finance. Once her boss sees that masterpiece, the career she's been building for years will be over. She didn't think about work, family, or me. Turns out, She'd long ago decided that she wanted to express herself freely and didn't care about the consequences. I'm seriously worried about her. This isn't normal. After the fight, she blocked my number and is ignoring both me and her sister. We're just trying to help, but this is already beyond crazy. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Kim's completely lost it. Is there even the slightest chance I could be happy in a marriage with someone like this? A woman who tattooed her face and hid it from us because she knew we'd try to stop her? God, I really need to get out. Yes, I read the comments, but I can't reply to everyone. So here's an update. The relationship is basically over. Kim said she never wants to see me again, and this morning I woke up to find the ring and a box of gifts I'd given her left on my doorstep. I truly don't understand what's happening to her. Her sister and family are trying their best, but nothing is helping. I told her sister that maybe Kim is having a nervous breakdown, and they're going to try to get her help. But things are moving painfully slow, since Kim won't respond or talk to anyone. I don't even know what to say. Kim is 29. I'm 28. In the 7 years I've known her, she's never acted this way. She had a good relationship with her parents. They were a bit overprotective at times, but overall, they supported her decision to go to college and build a career instead of starting a family. As far as I know, they weren't against tattoos, just not on the face, neck, or hands. But even with all that, what she did just doesn't feel like her. It's like she just snapped out of nowhere. I can't do anything about it. She blocked my number and doesn't want to see me. I'm just in shock. One day I was a boyfriend, and the next I wasn't, and my ex-girlfriend has a tattoo on her face. I just got an email on my husband's iPad that in his apartment complex, the hot water will be temporarily turned off due to repairs. The problem is that we own our own house and haven't rented for over 10 years. My husband is currently on a trip with one of our sons and his brother. They went to visit their mom, the grandmother of our son. I was cleaning the office when my husband's iPad got a notification about the email. It was from the management company of the apartment complex, saying that the hot water would be temporarily turned off. The email was automatic and you couldn't reply to it. It was addressed to my husband with his full correct name and surname. But we have our own house. We don't own an apartment. We haven't rented in more than 10 years. Even if we did, it would be a different address. Where my husband is now, in the northern part of New York State, there's almost no signal. I tried to send him a photo of the email, but it didn't go through. I called him, managed to talk a little, even though the connection kept cutting out. I told him about the email and all he said was, "It must be a mistake. Someone just put the wrong address." We didn't get to talk more. The connection dropped. But if it's a mistake, why does the full name exactly match? For context, his first name is common, but his surname is rare, especially in our area. There were no other emails from this management or about the apartment complex in his inbox, but he deletes emails immediately after reading. I wrote to the management company saying I think they accidentally added his email to their mailing list. But the reply was an automatic message that the office is closed until October 20th. And general info about prices. 1 bedroom, $1,600. 2 bedroom, $1,900. No available apartments. The email didn't mention an apartment number, but the complex is about 15 minutes from our house, so I went there. Probably a little crazy. I didn't really see anything special. Not that I knew what I was looking for. It's a residential complex with several buildings totaling fewer than 100 apartments. I have no strong reason not to trust my husband, except for this weird email that gives me a terrible feeling in my stomach. And some general paranoia that he's just tired of me. This feeling has been sitting inside me for a while, but he always says I'm imagining things, and that he's happy. I only brought it up once at a particularly vulnerable moment last year. We still spend time together. He says he loves me and all that, but I feel like he's not having as much fun with me as before. Like he's looking for reasons to be out of the house, or spend time with the kids without me. It doesn't bother me every day, but sometimes when I'm especially vulnerable or anxious, like now, when this random email from an apartment complex shows up, those thoughts creep in. Honestly, I don't even know what advice I want. Probably if a friend told me this story, I'd say, just talk to him. But I can't do that until my husband comes back on Saturday, and there's still so much time before Saturday, and I'll have to sit alone with all these obsessive thoughts. Edited. He's never lived in that complex. Before college, he lived with his parents, then in a dorm, and after that, in all rented apartments, we lived together. We've been together since we were 19. This email is not phishing. It was sent from the official email listed on the apartment complex's website. All the info in the email header matches what's on their site. And if it were phishing, they'd obviously be trying to scam something. But this email just informed about water shutdown. My best friend called the emergency service number and said she was a courier with a food order over $100 for A, naming my husband, but he supposedly forgot to mention the apartment number. The man spoke poor English, but after several repeats, he gave the name and the apartment number. Before I give an update, I suggest you write your version in the comments. Do you think my husband is hiding something or not? Is it just some mistake? I think I won't be original if I guess that my husband actually has a mistress and rented an apartment to meet her. I'm curious to read your opinion. Update. The next day. Sorry for the delay writing this. I'm on my way to my husband now. Yesterday I talked about the email my husband got about the hot water shutdown. My husband is currently in the north visiting his mom and will stay there until Saturday. There's almost no signal, so besides him saying it's a mistake, we barely talked. My friend called the technician and got the apartment number. We went there together and she rang the doorbell. No one opened, but a girl answered on the intercom. My friend said she was looking for Adam. The girl said Adam isn't home, but gave no further info, which is understandable since she saw a stranger. When we left, I noticed she was watching us from the apartment window. Yesterday, I tried calling my husband 1,000 times, but nothing went through. When the signal did come through, the connection was so bad, nothing was clear. So now I'm going to see him in person to talk. I have a copy of the email, a photo of the apartment, and an audio recording where the girl says Adam isn't home, which confirms she knows him. If this really is some misunderstanding, I want my husband to explain it now, not when he gets back. I haven't had time to read all the comments yet, but I'll try to come back and reply to as many as I can. To everyone saying I should just wait, not cause drama, talk to that girl first. He's my husband. He's the father of my children. If I find out he's cheating on me, I want to hear it from him. I say this for the last time. Please stop advising me not to talk directly to my husband about this situation. I'll go to a lawyer if needed. We've been married over 10 years. We have a family and life together. I will talk to him. I fully understand that most likely everything is obvious and he will probably lie, but I'm not an idiot. Comments. Shouldn't you have asked for her version first before confronting your husband with the facts? Now he'll just lie and twist things, making you look hysterical. He probably already has a fantastic story ready. Did you show her his photo ID to confirm it's him? How could I ask for her version if she didn't really tell my friend anything? We didn't insist on talking more because this woman was very closed off, and we were afraid she might call the police. My friend tried to ask more questions, but she just stayed silent. Final update the same day as the previous one. I'm writing this from a hotel room. I went to talk to my husband. He understood everything at first sight when he saw my car. He came out to meet me, and the first thing he said was, "You went to that apartment?" I answered, "Yes." Then he said, "Well, then we need to talk." I said again, "Yes?" I won't go into details. It was a long conversation full of emotions. He is seeing this girl. They've been together for 4 months already. She is sure that we are in the process of divorce and are no longer together. His family didn't know anything about it. His brother and mother, who were there, are shocked. I'm sorry I can't say more. I've already contacted a divorce lawyer, a psychologist, and a financial advisor. Thank you all for your support. Comments. I'm very sorry. It seems the girl messaged him, and that's why he understood why you came. Be sure to check your bank accounts, and if you find it necessary, take screenshots and transfer half of the funds to an account registered only in your name. She didn't write to him. There is no connection at all. He just saw my car and figured everything out himself. Apparently, he has been paying the rent for the apartment for more than 4 months, and you didn't notice. He has financial companies. He owns his own company, which I have no access to. Dear, this looks like embezzlement, and that's a whole different level of problems. Well, that's all. I'm waiting for your opinions on all the stories in the comments. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Watch our previous videos, which you can see here, and be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet for some reason. Good luck.